Hi, my name is Aaron Lee. I'm a speaker, a trainer, a coach, and a friend. And I do conduct and run various personal productivity, team productivity programs. And one of the topics that I'm particularly passionate about is emotional intelligence. And EQ is a topic that it's been very interesting. And today is my first sharing and learning video. I'd like to share with you one practical tools that might be able and probably help you to manage your emotions better. And first of all, I'd like to ask you, are you happy? Put up your hand. Happiness is the ultimate measurement of emotion intelligence. And there's nothing else after happiness. And we long for happiness. We work hard to achieve happiness. So a couple of emotions that you're probably aware of, like happy, anxious, anxiety. We get anxious right before the examinations, right before the interview, the first day of job, the first day of when we learn how to drive. And anger. And some of us get angry all the times. On the other extreme, I notice some people can't get angry at all. Boredom, and boredom is a really useful emotions. And confused, we joke about in the class saying confusion is the beginning of learning. You know why you got confused? Because you're struggling very hard to understand, compared to nothingness, when it's empty, when you don't care, and when you don't bother. So confusion is better than don't care. Contents, fear, and means, nervous, worry, and sad. This is just a few emotions that we might encounter every day. So today I'd like to share with you a tool called Reframe. You know the frames? We have photo frame, we got various frames, all kind of frame, but it's the reframes in your minds. It's a reframe right before you even think. Example, if you hear your boss or someone say that your work is not acceptable, and people often say that is my boss. Why can't you get it right? My boss. You're not up to the standards, my boss. Of course, some people might say that's my family, and certain time I get people telling me that, oh, that's my wife. Yeah, not up to the standard. So a reframe, what will happen when your boss say this to you? Your work is not acceptable. So right before you think, you analyze, you respond with your facial expression, your tone, and your body language, trying to fight. A positive reframe might sound something like this. Oh, my boss was surprised that I produced such a work. My boss believed that I could do more. Boss think I'm clever, and he or she was simply surprised. So a quick reframe helps us to put ourselves better emotionally, that we are better ready to have conversations. Right back at home, if you hear something like, can you be more caring? Who said that? Your family members, your children's, or your spouse. Can you be more caring? So a quick 2-second reframe would be, hey, I've not been spending enough time. Hey, I could show more love. I can show more care towards these persons. So with that quick reframe actually help ourselves not only to respond better, positively, create a win-win situations, and very important to the people we care. And that they help us to manage our emotion a lot better before we even respond. Reframe in the long run is about how we see things. What we see is how we see it. And how many people actually look forward to go to work? Less than 10% of people put up their hands. Then when I ask how many people look forward to go home, almost 100% put up both hands. And why not? Why don't we look forward to go to work? So a reframe tool actually help us throughout the day. It helps us to put ourselves better and more positively emotionally. So at the end of the day, the challenge we have today is the separations from the mind, the rational mind, and our feelings. The mind and the heart is getting drifted further and further away. It doesn't mean that the heart is not there anymore, but today we like to use our mind to reason things out, to find excuses, to find blames, rather than to feel our own feelings. I will encourage you to feel your feeling. What is the raw feeling you have right now? By asking the questions, how do I feel now? And that is something I'd like to share with you today. Until next week, I would like to share something with you every week. And we'll continue our journey about emotional intelligence next week. Talk about emotional awareness. How can you be aware of your emotions? Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for viewing. I will see you again next week. Thanks a lot. Ciao. Bye.